Three, two.
Right, the countdown. Welcome back to another episode, people. Trash talking with the old heads. Trash
Yeah.
talking Tuesdays, the motherfucking aftermath. What's up,
Woo.
fellas? Greg
What
C.
it,
What's happening, bro?
what it do, baby? No excuses. Play like a champion.
Not on Saturday, but we'll get into it. What happening, Jerry?
What the
Not on
what
Saturday.
what it is, my brother? Why play
Hey,
like a champion when you can
hey,
be
but
champion?
hell,
It's ring night. It's ring night, baby.
hey,
It's
it
ring night.
is, it is. But hell, I guess I can't say shit. Not on Sunday either, apparently. Hey, but we got a lot to dive into, man. A lot. But before we do that, man, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. YouTube, Trash Talking with the Old Heads, Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast. You can find us on any of those. Trash Talking with the Old Heads. We appreciate the support so far, man, so we can keep bringing this content. But like I said, big weekend, brothers. Got a lot. Got to get into some NBA opening night. That 49er letdown. Aaron Rodgers blowing it again. But you know where we got to start. In Texas. Them Georgia Bulldogs. Woo! I don't think nobody saw that coming, but maybe you, Jerry. So I guess I'm going to have to start with you this week, bro. You called it?
Oh, I didn't see it coming.
Oh, I thought you called it.
No, it was me.
Oh, that was you? Well, hell, scratch you then, Jerry. Scratch you. Greg, you
That
called
was me, sir. He the one been
called
on
it.
the Texas bandwagon, I
You
guess, because
called it.
exactly. I was like, when you said it, I was like, who? What?
Oh,
This
yeah,
nigga
you're
been
right.
on.
You damn sure did. Matter of fact, you
This
did call it. I
Negro
remember
has been
Friday.
on
You
Texas
did.
all year. This was the team he wanted to take the title
Yeah,
this
because
year.
he said they was going to run. He said they was way,
Right,
by
right.
far the best team.
Exactly. We both said, me and you, Dante, said that Texas had not been proven, but you thought that they would win
I
because
thought
they
they
were
would win
playing
in a close game. Exactly.
because they was playing in Austin, Texas. And I told y'all that Texas was unproven. They looked like some front runners and they played like front runners Saturday night
But
in
I guess the
Austin,
question,
Texas.
though, G, is did this prove that Georgia is the team to beat in college football still?
How many times I had to tell y'all there is no dominant team. Georgia went to Bama and got thrashed. You see what Bama is, you know what I'm saying? They ain't looking like world beaters. They ain't even playoff contenders right now. Texas, they jumped on Texas head. Texas ended up making it a semi game, in the deep third quarter, going into the fourth. But Texas was overmatched. Georgia, Georgia's going
Yes.
Georgia. They're a tough team. They're a tough out. But to say that they're the team to beat, there is no team to beat. There is only who's going to make it, who's going to survive. It's survive in advance, survive in advance. There is no team to beat in college football this year. Every team is beatable. Every single one of them is beatable. Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas, Tennessee. We'll get into that later.
Basically, you saying Georgia good game, but I ain't impressed.
I'm not impressed. No, I mean, they had a great game. Let's not discount the game, but we've seen what they were for the last few weeks,
Right.
and that is a marginal good team. I mean, not a marginal good team. Let me take that back. They're a good team, but they ain't unbeatable, which is something I've been preaching all year.
I agree. Jerry, what's your take, bro? How
I,
how you
I
feeling
honest-
about them Longhorns now?
I'm listen. That's a L. That was a real bad L. They couldn't get nothing going. Georgia's defense stayed on their ass all game. Both quarterbacks uh, were turned into mere mortals out there. Lot of turning the ball over. A lot of quarterbacks on the ground. That'll get you beat. And Texas defense didn't really show up for the entire game at all. They looked bad. But G just said that he's still not looking at Georgia as formidable even after the way they came back on Alabama, although with a nail. And then they just beat the number one team in the country. What do they have to do to prove that they're a good team or that they're back or that they're the best team in the country.
So do they deserve to jump 3 spots? Since they had the best win. I mean,
Uh,
goddamn. I need you to
I
have.
think that's dead. I think
I
Bama
need you to
made sure
have
that
some
wasn't no
principles.
more.
Georgia is Georgia, but they're not unbeatable. What are you saying? I did not say they weren't a good team. Georgia's Georgia. They
No,
got a
he
coach.
asked you. No, Dante asked you, were they looking like the
Are
best
they the
team?
team to beat?
Were they looking like the best team in the country?
No, that's not the question. The question was, are they the team to beat?
Right. Are they back to being that team that everybody's shooting for?
And I say no. I say they can be beat on any given Saturday. It's like college football is turning into a semi version of the pro game where the transfer portal NIL has opened up and has caused college football programs to not be as dominant and not as sorry as they used to be because of the ability to move pieces and rebuild your team within a year. You know, teams don't look the same where they have people that can start and play on other teams sitting on the bench.
Right, right.
That,
Yeah, I think the
I mean,
player movement has
this is
definitely changed the game, man. You know what I'm
you
saying? When
can
it
see
comes to
the
player.
right. You can see the change in the college football structure and in college football traditional powerhouses. They're gonna still be there because they got the most money, but they're not just far and away better than other
Yeah, I think
teams.
you're gonna have less great teams, more good teams. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Where the greatness is gonna be harder to find. You know, it's gonna be hard to find those Georgia, Bama
Exactly.
teams. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of good teams. So I kind of agree with Greg. All these teams are pretty good. Like Oregon, they're not unbeatable. They lines of scrimmage still an issue. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Obviously,
Ohio State
Texas line of scrimmage. We just saw when they
just saw
stepped
that.
into competition, they lines of scrimmage, not what we thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Penn State, who knows? They ain't played nobody yet. You know what I'm saying? Theirs is probably coming sooner or later. Miami,
And
they've been squeaking by. You know what I'm saying? But they winning. So it's like Greg said, just win at this point. You know what I'm saying? You just
Right.
got to get to the 12. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They got Georgia got beat by Bama, who then lost to Vandy in Tennessee.
Right.
Georgia
you know
barely
that
beat
Bama ball
Kentucky.
ain't about shit now, so I don't even know why you even mentioned that.
It ain't about shit. It's still about some shit. They still marginally on the outside looking in. They whoop Georgia's ass. What you talking about? Um,
You got
and
a loss. You got a loss to
and
Vandy and
Georgia,
a loss to Tennessee. That's two.
that's 2 losses, but Georgia damn barely didn't look too good against Mississippi State, so they can be beat. They probably lose another game before the SEC championship.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And they
gonna
had to look at the
it's
schedule.
gonna be
Had to
interesting,
look at the
man.
schedule.
And for
To
me,
who?
well, let me ask y'all this question before we move on to Bama, Tennessee. Do you like it now that one win maybe doesn't kill a team season? You like it?
I
Do you
love
think
it.
it's better this way?
I love it.
What about you, Jerry? You like it this way better with the 12?
I don't. I now the 12 game tournament is just asinine to me. But
It's a 9. In
it,
what way?
well, there's not 12 teams that can win. There's not 12 teams that can win the championship. There's not.
It's
That's
more than
that's
4.
my whole. I get it.
Right.
It probably still ends up being like having the bowl games and all of that. But there's not 12. There's not 12. I don't care how it works. 12 teams is no.
You can do that in every sport. There's
Yeah,
not
I was about to say,
16
now if I
teams in the
take a look at
NBA that can win.
if you take a look at the top 12 right now, you can probably make an argument for 8 of them.
Mm-mm.
You
I don't
crazy.
think you can make an order for 8.
Which ones are unbeatable? Oregon, Georgia, Penn State, Ohio State, Texas, Miami, Tennessee, LSU, Clemson,
Well,
Iowa State, BYU, and Notre Dame. Which one of those teams is unbeatable?
we still got some undefeateds. That's first of all.
You
So
saying Penn State?
hey, they undefeated.
Man, come on, bro.
Miami's
You just
undefeated.
defending your point now, but come on, man. You know Penn State
Miami's
not unbeatable.
Miami's undefeated.
Miami just
Giving up
struggled with
40 points every night.
right.
Is Clemson undefeated?
Nope. Lost to Georgia. Got killed by Georgia in the first game.
Oh yeah, sure did.
So
So
speaking of killing,
Yeah, but that's all it is. It's not like I'm not gonna watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna watch
What?
the lower tier teams in the tournament. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh no.
What are you talking about? They
Those
ain't
the
not
ones
going
I
to be
want to
playing
watch.
the lower tier teams. They're going to be playing the fifth.
Right.
It's 5 through 12 in the first
Right.
round.
They're gonna be playing a higher ranked team. You ain't got no choice.
I mean, I gotta watch it because for content, I gotta watch it. But if I wasn't doing a podcast, I wouldn't watch whoever playing 12 and 11 and 10 and 9. I'm not watching them. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it was the Gators. I'm not watching that. Why would I watch it?
You a damn lie. Stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
that's
Stop lying.
you making shit up
Stop
now.
lying.
If
Ren, you making
Florida's
shit up
playing
now.
the 12
You
team, I'm
making
not
shit
watching
up.
that. I'm not watching that.
Well, Florida ain't playing the 12 team because Florida is the 112 team.
Hold on, Greg. So you
They
mean
ain't
to
even
tell
making
me?
the bowl
You mean to
game.
tell me like if it ended right now, you're not watching Texas Notre Dame? Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Yes,
right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on. I would have to for the podcast.
But you would even if it wasn't a podcast.
No, but you get a choice of watching the games on. You get a choice of watching the game on Saturday. I had to watch something else. I wouldn't watch that one.
Okay, all right. But let's move on. Alabama, Tennessee. The Crimson Tide goes down again. So, Greg, your boy. So we're gonna start with you. Is it over for the Tide, bro?
What do you mean by over?
Playoffs. You know what the hell I mean. Playoffs. Is it over?
Okay. I mean, a lot of people mean a lot of different things. You know, you can take that a lot of different ways. No, mathematically, we're not out of the playoff contention. Realistically, when we look at the team right now, they're not a playoff contender. I said that last week after the South Carolina win. We shouldn't have lost that game, but we lost it. You know, penalties, undisciplined play, unwillingness to run with your running backs consistently, and Jalen Milroe's poor play, missing wide open receivers all game through that terrible pick in the end zone. I blame that on the play calling because why on first and goal at the 4-yard line do you not run the ball?
Surprise element.
That Pac-12 bullshit is what I call it. And so we gotta do some things differently from a standpoint of what are we expecting from Jalen Milroe? Is Jalen Milroe Tua? Hell no. Is he Aaron Rodgers? Like hell no. He's a quarterback who can run the ball extremely well. We have 2 solid running backs. We have an offensive line that is better at run blocking than pass blocking. And
Tommy Frazier, but not as good in big moments.
I don't know about all that. I can't necessarily compare him to Tommy Frazier, but he's a solid playmaker.
Okay,
we've seen him do his thing, but we can't put him in the positions where he is playing out of his strengths. And I think they've gotten enamored with him passing. Definitely bad coaching. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get why Jalen run the ball 14 times and your 2 running backs only run the ball 6 more times than Jalen runs it out of 2 running backs. So he led the team in attempts. 14 attempts for Jalen, 12 for Jam, 8 for Justin Haynes. We never run the ball 3 times in a row, 2 times in a row, barely. It's ridiculous. So, and then again, the defense played marginally good, but you know, there was just too many times where Nico was just missing wide open receivers. Not butt naked, but he missed at least 3 or 4.
Oh, he missed some butt naked ones. He missed some butt naked ones. He did miss some butt naked ones.
I wouldn't say butt naked. He missed some throws deep down the field that was there.
Yeah, there were plays there to be made. Yeah.
Yeah, there were definitely throws that could have been made.
His deep ball was way off.
His deep ball been off. That's his problem. He can't throw. He's not an accurate thrower. He's not an accurate thrower of the ball.
Right.
He's not.
All right. All right, man.
He ain't. You saw
Okay.
it.
All right. Are you finished or you done? Which one?
Go ahead. I said my piece.
So
I agree with you though, G. He hadn't been good since they played Chattanooga.
He's been awful. He's been awful.
man, listen, early in that game, it was a great watch. Early in the game, it was a great watch because both defenses were at it. Both defenses were at it early in that game. But then the coaching was suspect after the first quarter for both sides on both
The
sides of
coaching
that.
was suspect the entire game. We should have been
Well,
up 21-0 in the first half.
for the boo boo, yeah, you're right. He was horrible all game. Other than the defense played well. That first quarter was riveting. It was old school football, a lot of hits, a lot of hat laying in that
Man,
first
all them
quarter.
damn penalties.
Then
Riveting.
then once we got past it, down to finish that second quarter, it was just bad coaching on both ends. They were the offensive play calling was crazy. But to Nico's credit, he was hitting players right in the hands on the slants, on his short stuff, and he just had a bunch of players dropping it. I thought they could have, if they could have held on to the ball, they probably could have put some more points on the board. With it being a close game, um, I couldn't believe Nico he was overthrowing the long ball all game. He had receivers just burning the hell out of Alabama secondary like they've been getting burnt all season. That was no surprise. But they just couldn't connect. They couldn't connect, but they were still good enough to beat Bama. You keep mentioning the offense early, and I get it because Melrose was so terrible throwing the ball, but they still let his ass throw it 45, 46 times? It was something crazy like that. I couldn't believe that.
27 in the first half.
Yeah. So the boo boo, y'all got the same problem with coaching as we do with Billy Napier.
Don't put us in the same boat as Florida. Florida has lost 17 games in 2 seasons.
Coming from these weak ass conferences where they get to run the score up and it's always a boat race to 100, seem like, and they get impatient with the run game, and that's what Alabama did. They were super impatient. They had no patience with running the ball at all. I was asking the question. Well, I'm gonna mention my Gators because we suck, but yeah, that's what I saw. I'm glad Alabama lost. I'm glad Tennessee won, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, man. I just see an identity crisis with the Tide right now. You know what I'm saying? With the new coach coming from the Pac-12, you know what he wants to do. You know what he wants to be. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be one of those put it in the air 60 times a game and let's have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Because Bama normally has the athletes to do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it takes time to get that kind of game together, and you need a different kind of quarterback if you're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? This quarterback doesn't suit that type of play, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he suits that kind of play. I guess my final word for Bowden, I don't see a playoff team. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll lose one of the next 2 games, and that'll kind of end it for them. I don't know if it'll be Missouri or LSU. But I think they lose one of them, and that pretty much does the season end for them. And then, of course, the Bama fans at that point will be calling for his head, which is not going to happen.
Are they at LSU or at Alabama for that game?
At LSU.
Wow,
and I think Missouri comes to Tuscaloosa either this week or next week. I think it's this week.
That's crazy. If we ask the question of who's coaching, do you trust in that game? Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, for real. But it's one of those things where, man, like I say, I don't put him on the hot seat or anything. Like I heard all the people on the Fine Bomb show saying he should be. I heard a bunch of them saying he should be out of there. Fandom. Yeah, real fandom. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't think is that bad at this point, but he has to find, if you're going to run this kind of offense, he's going to find a different kind of quarterback going into next year. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's the problem. We don't want that. He got to understand that type of offense does not work in the NFL if you do not supplement it with, in
the SEC.
In the SEC, mini NFL, if you do not supplement it with a consistent running attack from your running backs, you're not gonna find much success.
Right, right.
That's what helped stabilize Tennessee. They got back to running the damn ball, and the game shifted a little bit. The game shifted a little bit, and I think that gave Nico a little time to kind of get some of his
Yep.
timing, and
That's
he
was
was
you
able to
help
make
your
throws at
passing
the
game.
end.
That's how you help your offensive lineman with the consistent running game, where
It's
you
always been that way.
keep them off balance. That's just football 101. And I don't
46
know.
times by Miro.
That's
Man,
crazy.
Yeah.
27 in a close
Yeah.
game. I can see if they had to, you know what I'm saying, pass it
down
just to get
down
back in the game.
17. Yeah,
Yeah,
down 17,
we up.
20.
We up. We get the ball in plus territory 2 times, and we run the ball 1 time with Justin Haynes. We got the interception. Malachi got the interception, returned it to like the 35, 30-yard line. We run the ball. Justice Haynes get a 6, 7-yard carry. We attempt to pass, get a holding. Next play, do another pass, get sacked. It's just ridiculous, man. Like, we don't, you can count on one hand how many times we've run the ball 2, maybe 3 times in a row this season with the running backs.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's his personality. You see what he is as a coach for real. He wants to do that Washington style shit. You know what I'm saying? That Pac-12 shit. You know what I'm saying? Which, like I said, when you got the right signal caller, it can work. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, he trying to force it with Milrow. You know what I'm saying? He trying to force
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Can't
just
do it.
that's bad. I never thought I'd see the day where Miro would throw the ball 45 times in a game.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't make sense to me either. But speaking of things that don't make sense, let's head to the NFL, bro. A lot of big games was on tap.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
The
And
hole in the wall.
matter of fact, I'm gonna change the damn order. I know we said we were doing, man. Let's go ahead and just get the shit right on out there, man. Chiefs at 49ers.
No, we want to wait. We want to keep that last, man. Why you want to disrupt the
Man, I'm
order?
trying to get
It
this
was
shit. All
bad,
right,
man.
Texans.
It was bad, dog. It
All
was
right,
bad. It was bad.
Texans,
We was
Packers.
off.
All right, Texans, Packers. Let's start there. My Texans go down in a hard fought game, missing some players, go on the road, get beat. But honestly, I'm encouraged, Jerry, by the Texans. What'd you see?
Well, I'm a Miko fan. I'm a Miko fan, and what I didn't like was, man, Stroud was like, you had your running back going for a minute, but
Yeah,
Stroud just couldn't get nothing going. He couldn't get a damn thing going. He was super.
86 yards?
yeah.
He
It's
was
still, man, because I didn't think Nico Collins would make that big a difference. You know what I'm saying?
well. When we get to the receivers, I'm blaming it on Stephon Diggs. Like, where are you? You the
Yep,
number
exactly.
2. Where are you? And
That's
then
supposed to be the one now since Nico Collins is out.
right. You were, I mean, he was locked up. That's where he was. He was strapped, he was in a seatbelt all game. He was in a seatbelt. So Stroud can't get going. If his number 1 can't get going, or the supposed, the stand-in number 1,
Right.
then he had nothing. Like, he couldn't, he had nothing to even go off of. So once,
Tank Dale, 0 receptions.
yeah,
You're
they
1 and 2, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
turned into a one-dimensional team quick. And it was just over after that. And I just hate everything Stephon Diggs did in the game. I mean, he's trying to act like he's gonna fight, which he's not. He's the only person over there. So when the rest of your team ain't over there, why are you over there? You know what I'm saying? You getting into it with the whole team. Why? Why? And then he said after the game that, I'm the one, I'm not gonna ever be the bigger person. Well, you helped cost your team, bro, by being selfish.
Yeah.
It's got to be about the team, and they just never recovered. Got nothing going. I was surprised. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I
What about you, G?
I I wasn't surprised because I called it. I told y'all the Packers would win this game. Told y'all the Packers would win this game because I like their defense. And I knew Nico Collins was a big part of the success of the CJ Stroud led Texans offense. So it wasn't so shocked to me. I was surprised, however, that CJ Stroud was through on 86 yards. That was definitely something I didn't expect at all.
Couldn't believe it when I saw it. No, that's right.
Yeah, that was a letdown when your defense only give up 277 total yards and you couldn't get it done straight. Yeah, that was a
that's
letdown.
trash. That is definitely trash. So
And pick off Jordan Love twice. I mean, come on, man.
yeah, both defenses played extremely well.
Yeah.
Both defenses. Considering they're not going against subpar offenses. So,
right.
But I just like the Packers with their defense playing at home, and it was, it played out that way.
Yeah, it did. Like I said, Cash Talk 3-0. So I picked the Texans to cover, which they did. So it's one of those things, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just shocked. Stroud got nothing, absolutely nothing. To me, you got to put this one on the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It's a quarterback lead. When your defense holds the other guy's offense to 277 yards, pick him off twice on the road, you got to win, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have to find a way to win that game. You know what I'm saying? I know the defense didn't hold it in the end, but Stroud, he left points on the field, man. He couldn't generate any offense when they needed him to generate offense. So to me, that's a quarterback loss. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get it done this game. Yeah, we can put it on Diggs and all that, but 86 yards, bro, on the road when your defense played ball, that's on you.
You got 115.
Terrible.
Got 115 on the ground, which
right, exactly. And your boy was running the ball, exactly.
That's what had them on. That's what kept them offensively on life support.
Right.
But you're right. You got to get more than 86 yards. It seems like you should have been able to at least get a touchdown. But you got to credit Green Bay's defense. But I still, man, I just did not like what I saw from Diggs. Like you only get, I mean, you only get, what do you get, like 6 targets, 7 targets, or something like that? Like, what are you doing? You cried to get out of, you did all that crying in Buffalo as a number one. Now you got a chance to be a number 2. You go back to be a number 1 and you don't produce. That's terrible.
7 targets, 5 catches for 23 yards.
Locked up, man. He was locked up. Old boy was all on it, locked up.
Yep. So the Vikings fall from the undefeated. The Lions go in there and pull it out. G, are the Lions the cream of the crop in the NFC?
Again, another game that I called. I told y'all that the Lions was gonna beat them Vikings because I didn't trust Sam Darnold. However, I was wrong in my assessment because Sam Darnold actually didn't play that bad.
Right.
But I knew that the Lions, man, they play bully ball with their line, and Jared Goff has been playing phenomenal this season.
Man,
they got a ton of weapons.
Every time I look up, this dude 15 for 15.
Right. 22 for 25, 280 yards. I mean, when you have a balanced attack, you can't set your defense to stop one or the other. You can't load the line because if you do, they're gonna beat you over the top. You can't put 2 safeties in the backfield because they're gonna maul you to death. And so that lends itself to, if your quarterback can read defenses pre-snap, okay, I know, what I'm saying, they finna load the box here, or I know I need to adjust my protection here because they finna blitz. If your quarterback can do that and fairly accurate, you're gonna have a winning formula for success.
What's the answer to the question? Are they the team to beat?
Are they the team to beat in the NFC?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jerry?
I agree.
I know you've been on the Vikings and Sam Darnold.
Yeah, well, I've been on the Minnesota defense and the way they play defense. I have been on that. But Darnold has played well. G said it. I'm looking at it now, 22 for 27, which is similar to what Goff was. Goff was like 22 of 24, 25 or something like that. So
22 or 25. He just had a
200,
pick.
259 yards passing. So he didn't play bad.
With
He just needed.
39 yards rushing.
which is wild.
This is all stuff we're not used to. You know what I'm saying? We're not used to none of this.
So
That
we
goes
can
to
take that
show.
Sam. I don't trust in Sam Darnold take. We can probably bury that shit.
Yeah, because I mean, it looked like they are what they are, and
I'm
he
not
is what
burying
he
it
is.
just yet. I'm not burying it just yet.
6 games in.
The
I'm not
playoffs,
burying it just
the
yet.
playoffs are different. We gotta, the playoffs are different. But he's played well, so you got to get a man credit. It's not just a defensive led team like I was giving him. He is contributing. Um, and they look like a balanced team, and this cat is just not falling off. So, I'll give him that. I picked Minnesota to win because of the defense, not because of Sam Darnold. But the Lions, I just didn't think the Lions would be able to do it without Hutchinson. I thought that was a huge. I mean, not thought, but that is a huge loss for their team. But they rallied. They won this game convincingly. Um, they're a good team. That's crazy to say that about the Lions, but I'm going to end mine with this. The coach went for it on 4th and 7 early in the game, and as long as he keeps doing that,
He
the
gonna
Lions
lose them again. He gonna lose them
exactly.
again.
Yeah, he's gonna lose them 1 or 2 games during the season doing that shit, and then when it comes to the playoffs, it'll happen again, and they'll be out of there. So as long
Are
as
they
he
your
keeps doing
team to
that,
beat? NFC? Are they your team to beat?
yeah, I said yeah at the
Oh,
start.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. All right. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, they are.
Yeah, I got to make it 3 for 3. And it's the offensive line for me. They're a problem.
You've been on that all season.
They're a problem, dog. I mean, it's hard to do anything with them. With Big Panay on that right side, he just move people, dog. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just move you against your will, dog, whether you want to or not. You know what I'm saying? And they got that 2-headed monster at back. They're gonna be a problem. Well, if your boy stay out of trouble, because I'm hearing he got suspended for 2 games. Jameson Williams is suspended for 2 games.
Oh, I said that
He,
this
he,
morning. Yeah,
yeah, he got popped. So,
PD.
so that's 2 games for him. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it's coming at the right time. Better now than later. You know what I'm saying? But he seemed to be a bit of a knucklehead, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Because I think then they pop him for betting too or something earlier
Last year he got
last year.
suspended
Yeah.
for that.
So we'll
I'm
see what
surprised
happens.
that. Hold on, now y'all have been saying for weeks that no matter what the records say, the Niners was the team to beat.
You said we're not talking about the Niners just yet. So don't try to bring it up now. Because you
NFC.
said we waiting on the Niners. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So just
you
hold your damn horse. Hold
you
your horse.
said that y'all were the team to beat in the NFC,
You said when
even when
healthy.
y'all was
You
2 and
said
3.
when healthy, we are the team to beat.
Man,
So, bullshit.
I'm not listening to
You
this
pull the
shit
tape.
coming from no Dallas Cowboy fan.
You
So
pull
Right.
the tape.
you can
I
miss
have to
me.
listen to your shit coming from a Florida Gator
You can
fan
miss.
about the
You can
time.
miss. You can miss me.
Y'all ain't been shit in 20 years.
You can
Talking
miss
about I
me.
can miss you.
You
I
can
can miss
miss
you
me
with
with
what?
your San
I can
Francisco
miss you with
take.
what?
You
Okay,
can
if
miss
you
me
feel
with
that
your
way,
San
then
Francisco take.
leave your Bama hate takes because you a Gator fan. A
49 Sunday night.
Florida Gator fan. Y'all suck.
Hey,
You've been
Jets Steelers.
sucking.
Aaron Rodgers wet the bed again. The Jets bumbled, stumbled, and fumbled their way to another loss again. Russ. I ain't gonna say cooking, but he was simmering a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He was simmering in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Right decision by Mike Tomlin. Greg, are the Steelers contenders now with Russ at QB?
They are contenders. They are contenders. The defense is legit. They good at all levels. Patrick Queen at the linebacking spot, and TJ Watt on the defensive line, and Minka Fitzpatrick back in the backfield. Plus, with the ability to not only pass the ball efficiently, it will alleviate some of the issues that you saw with TJ Warren and Najee Harris, not saying they're gonna, be world beaters with running the ball, but they're balanced. They're more balanced. And so they're not gonna put up 37 points a
Right.
game. That
Right.
ain't them. I don't see that either. But they'll be formidable because you know what I'm saying, they'll have a balanced attack with a solid defense.
Yeah, and obviously the Jets feeling the pressure they went on. I see they gave Hassan Reddick a little bit of money added to his contract. The owner getting desperate now, Jerry. You know what I'm saying? He getting desperate. You know what I'm saying? He see it, man. I done turned my whole shit over to Aaron Rodgers, and look what the fuck going on.
Listen, it's over for the Jets. Let's just start there. The Jets can forget it. There's nothing they can do to save this season because you got to start at the offensive line. Right behind that, you got to go with Aaron Rodgers. Age definitely showing on the field. I don't even want to talk about his leadership no more. Him pointing people out and all. I don't even want to talk about that no more. I'll just keep it on the field with what we're looking at. I said that them getting rid of Salah when the team is a defensive led team or has been a defensive led team, I felt like losing Salah was going to hurt the defense, and it has. You have an interim coach who is he's the head coach, and I think he's still trying to call the defense. That has
Yeah,
suffered in the last two games. That has suffered. So that's a bad. So that's a bad decision. They're making bad decision after bad decision, and it starts with the ownership and how putrid they've been, and how unintelligent they've been at the game of football for years, and it's reared its ugly head with them choosing somebody to give the franchise over to, and you're just seeing more bad Jets. Now, on Pittsburgh side, I've been saying it. Justin Fields is not ready to lead anybody's NFL franchise at quarterback. Unfortunately, playing his first 2 years with Chicago means that he's probably two more seasons away to becoming that starting quarterback for an NFL franchise. In my opinion, I knew Russell with the experience, with the pedigree of playing for a team that he won a championship with, that was led by the defense. I know we get lost in his the diva aspect of Russell Wilson, but I feel like that's going to be kept in check on a team that's led by Tomlin, who is a player's coach and a defense and a guy that's a defensive minded leader. If you saw the game and some of the listen, man, they throwing people around out there. They taking penalties, not giving a damn. Of course, they're getting chewed out on the sideline for it, but they're playing old school, aggressive. You know, uh, you might get 15 on us. They playing with that type of edge over there on the defense. So I like everything I'm seeing for the Steelers. I think they're going to be something to reckon with Russell Wilson leading them, because he can just keep you honest. He can keep you honest. He can keep anybody's defense honest, and they can be the defensive led, run the football first type of team that they wanted to be, because that's the type of coach Tomlin has always been. He just lost his trigger man, and now for the next 2 or 3 years looks like he may have his trigger man back.
Okay. Yeah, I see it pretty much that same way, man. Russ just opens up the playbook. You can see it. You know what I'm saying? They're a different team, which is why Tomlin, as soon as he got healthy, went right back to him. You know what I'm saying? It was just common sense. You know what I'm saying? Coming into the season, you could tell just by the way they were talking, he was clearly ahead of Justin Fields and what they wanted to see with their offense. So it was a no-brainer to me, even though you got all the pundits on TV yelling for Justin Fields, why they want to see this dude so badly. I mean, I get it. He's younger, possibly could be your future, but obviously there's something they saw in training camp that said, nah, you know what I'm saying? He's not developed enough as a passer to get us where we're trying to go. And if you listen to Tomlin before that game when they interviewed him, he's talking going Super Bowl. He's not just trying to have, like I said last week, what's your goal? Are you trying to keep your winning streak alive where you don't have a losing season, or are you actually trying to beat the Chiefs and get to the Super Bowl?
But I guarantee you it's because, he knows he has a legit defense. Like these boys are flying around. I bet you it's because he knows that his team is led by the defense, and you saw like, hey, we were 4-2. Was it 4-2 with Justin Fields?
Right.
Like we were that with a horrible guy at quarterback, and we knew it. We knew he couldn't use.
I'm not
He
gonna call
couldn't
him
run out
horrible.
front.
I'll say with a limited QB. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
horrible,
He's
horrible.
limited. He's not. Justin Fields is not horrible on the
He's
scale.
horrible.
Yeah, when it comes to NFL quarterback, he's not horrible. He's limited as a passer, but he's not a horrible QB.
If you can't
out here throwing 90
throw on time,
picks a game, you know what I'm saying? He ain't throwing all these picks a game. He ain't out here just
Right.
throwing the ball.
But that's because they're not letting them use the fucking full playbook.
Hey, well, shit, you still have folks. They did that with
Jerry. That's called coaching, Jerry. We just talked about it with Alabama. That's called coaching.
Exactly.
so that's all that is. That's why the coach gets paid. You got to know your personnel and do what they're strong at, bro. That's coaching.
Right. Don't put them in a bad position.
That dude terrible. That's why he's on the Steelers
Stop
team right
delaying the inevitable. Let's move on to the next subject.
Chiefs coming to Levi.
Stop delaying.
Make old boy look pretty bad.
Stop delaying. Let's get to the
bullshit ass performance by the 49ers all the way around. Ayuk gone for the season. Debo pneumonia. Brock throwing picks left and right. Looking shook. Young wide receivers not ready to play. Defense not making plays when you need to make them. What the fuck, man? Jerry, what the fuck, man? Is it over?
Well,
let me ask the damn question. Let me be more succinct. Let me ask the damn question. Is it over for this damn season? Should we do a cowboy and just tank this bitch?
Before halftime, I said to myself, we're not even going to make it to the Super Bowl this year. We're snake bit. I'm going to start with the injuries. We're snake bit. You didn't mention McCaffrey.
Oh, because that's been ongoing all. We ain't had him all season, so I didn't even figure no need to go back to none of that.
You didn't mention McCaffrey. You didn't mention my lineman. He's
Excuses.
out. Mason is banged up but toughing it out. Man, we had to start our wide receiving core with our fourth best receiver after Ayuk went down. So, and Debo. So we're not gonna make the Super Bowl. We're snake bit in that manner. But back to this game, as bad as Purdy played, don't worry, we got y'all coming up, but anyway, as bad as Purdy played, Mahomes was as bad. So the difference is the Chiefs defense comes to play every game. Our defense is nowhere to be found. I thought that if we just would get home, if we would get to Mahomes, I was saying they couldn't run. Shit, they ran for a total of 180 some yards on us in that game. So our defense
Mahomes just goddamn playing with their ass. It's like
it was ridiculous. They came out just throwing.
Trucked by a quarterback.
Right.
They weren't even trying to run the ball at first, and then late in the game they got whatever they wanted. And our defense did not have a spine. We did not. Well, again, hey, where was Warner? I keep asking these questions. Mufunga's still out. He had wrist surgery or some shit. It's bad, man. It's bad. We can't
like a fungus.
We can't get consistent play. And then, like I said, I don't put it all on Purdy. Although he was throwing it right to the defense. I didn't understand the play call and shit.
All right, I don't want to hear all that shit, man. Because you come with all them goddamn excuses. Greg, go ahead and get your shit off, bro.
Thank you.
Jerry,
Thank you, man.
I don't want to hear that shit today, Jerry.
Kill these excuses.
Dog.
Kill these motherfucking excuses. Did I bring up the fact that the secondary for Alabama was playing with 2 or 3 starters out? Nope. Did I mention the fact that, hey, they had a Ryan Williams holding call against Tennessee that should have been a touchdown? That should have been
don't give a shit.
No. No excuses. Play like a champion. And y'all are playing like some sore losers right now. And you sound like a sore loser. Oh, woe is me. Here we go with these damn injuries again. The injuries are the injuries. Every team is injured. I don't want to hear that shit. I knew the game was going because I didn't get the chance to watch the game. I saw bits and pieces of it. Rest in peace to my cousin Sarita Scruggs. We had a funeral, you know what I'm saying, and most of that my attention was toward the family. So yeah, I knew that the game wasn't going well when my phone wasn't blowing up with text messages in the old heads chat group. There was silence, complete and utter sweet silence. And I just knew, I didn't even want to look at the score. I just knew, I was like, hold on, game on. I ain't getting no bang bang. I ain't getting no Purdy is legit. Purdy top 5. All that bullshit. Is he top 5 now? Is he a top 5 quarterback now?
Fuck, bro.
Hell no, he never was.
Is Mahomes a top 5 quarterback?
Not right now.
Mahomes is always a top 5 quarterback. We're talking about the body of work when we talk about top 5 quarterbacks. We ain't talking about who's leading in the season.
Yeah, we got to be talking about the season.
We're not doing that. We're not doing the power rankings. We're doing top 5 quarterbacks. Who are the quarterbacks that you would start your roster with right now? And you said you wouldn't select Patrick Mahomes? Is that what you're saying? Who just truck stick a DB?
Man, that's a DB. It ain't like he ran.
I don't give a hot damn. That's a quarterback. That's Patrick Mahomes. That ain't Cam Newton.
Whatever.
That ain't Justin Fields. That ain't even AR-15. That ain't even Jalen Milroe.
I don't even care about that, but I'm trying to play the nigga on the sideline. Just stop.
Listen,
like, go by. You know what I'm
saying?
What the hell?
I told y'all wasn't making a Super Bowl. Hopefully y'all got this shit out y'all head. Hopefully y'all got this whole concept that Brock Purdy is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. And I know Dante for damn sure don't think Christian McCaffrey better than Derrick Henry. Stop it. Stop the madness, 49ers. Stop the bullshit.
Damn all that.
Bang, bang.
Fuck Brock Purdy. And until further notice for me is fuck Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I told y'all Friday, I don't give a shit if it's 10-7, 7-6, 6-3. Win the goddamn game. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear shit about the receivers not being there, bruh. Show up and at least play a damn good game. He played a fucking awful game. I mean, terrible. I know Jerry, I know the receivers are out, the rookies were in there, and they didn't look like they were ready to play. But goddamn, Brock Purdy was throwing the damn ball right to the Chiefs. Like, damn, bro. Even Kyle Shanahan getting on his ass after the game. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that? You know what I'm saying? He looked shook, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He was pulling out his Tom Brady handbook.
Right. He looked like Daniel Jones. And that's about the worst thing I can say. He looked like damn Daniel Jones in this bitch.
Didn't he say he wanted to be Tom Brady?
That's what the fuck he said, dog. And I think they've started this year trying to prove that shit so Shanahan can prove how damn brilliant he is. And dog,
he is a product of the Shanahan running system. I'm trying
to tell
you, I'm not taking away nothing from
Brock. Do not pay this man $55 to $60 million. If
pay that man, the market says pay that man.
We're going too far. We're going too far.
I ain't going far enough.
Yeah, we're going too far.
Pay that man his $60 million. Pay that man.
Okay, all right. No, listen, $60 million is too much. I agree.
$50 million is too much.
Pay that man.
$40 million is too much.
We're going. You tripping now?
We're going too far. We're going too far off of the worst game of his career. We're going too far. It's his worst game of his career.
Get that man his $60
Jerry,
million.
you have to think about it in context of everything we will lose if you pay him $60 million. This is the version of him. This is the version of him we'll get at $60 million. Because we won't have nobody but those rookies on this damn team.
$62 million. He might even get 70. Pay
this-
that man 70 million.
This game has too many contributing factors for us to just pull the pin in the grenade and put it in Brock Purdy's hand. Let's not do
Sunday
that.
night.
Let's not
Brock
do
Purdy
that.
is a top 5
I
quarterback.
said
Brock
what
Purdy.
I said Friday
make
was
me feel better.
what I said Friday was
No,
if we don't beat the Chiefs now, then win. And it happened. We didn't beat them.
No offense having ass
some
Chiefs team. Think about that, Jerry. No offense having ass Chiefs team. No weapons on the outside, and you still fucking through all them goddamn picks and lost.
I get it, but their defense is super stout. You can't do nothing with Chris Jones. You know, hopefully he'll come up and be on, you know, that he's taking PDs or something, whatever, to help the rest of the league out. But they get pressure. They get pressure. I was disappointed. I was disappointed in Big Trent this game. But
holding penalties and shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, but you know, that's his MO. He likes Stephon Diggs in that regard. He's not gonna be the bigger man. If you hit him, he gonna hit your ass back. That's gonna happen. That's him.
That's always him on that. But I'm talking about the holding penalties and shit. I ain't even talking about. I don't mind a man protecting himself. Fucking nigga hit you, hit him back. Fuck it. It is what it is. But I'm talking about the play on the goddamn field. I don't care about all that extracurricular shit. That was him just trying to get the fuck off the field. He saw what the fuck was happening. He was just trying to get the fuck out of there at that point. But hey, 49ers, do something to make me feel better on Sunday night.
Lose.
Shanahan, come up with a better game plan. Let's go back.
Boy, if y'all lose to the Cowboys.
Oh my God. I'm not doing the show Tuesday if we lose to the Cowboys. I will not be here. I'm calling out sick. I'm telling your ass now. I'm not doing this motherfucking show if we lose to the motherfucking Cowboys.
I'm calling in from Barbados. We not getting all the fees. We doing the
I promise you there will be no show on Tuesday. So people out there on YouTube, if you won't see us next Tuesday if the 49ers lose. That's all I got to say on that shit.
We're gonna be good. We're gonna get back to running the football on them for sure.
Hey, but something I am excited about. Let's transition, man. Opening night. Matter of fact, before we get to opening night, let's talk about the WNBA finals right quick. That bullshit ass call.
You leaving out the top 5?
Oh, y'all cat, man. Cause I don't even, man. I'm so thrilled about these 49ers, man. I'm like, fuck the NFL right now. You know what I'm saying? But all right, I mean, we got 5 on it, man. I got 5 on it. Our top 5, where we list them 1 to 5. I think these lists gonna be pretty damn similar this week. That's probably why I started to forget about it, because I think we probably all gonna have about the same 5 teams. But G, kick us off, bro.
You already know who number 5. It's the Green Bay Packers from Wisconsin.
Okay, so
number 4, the Vikings with Sam Darnold led Vikings, the Fighting Darnolds.
Yeah, okay.
Number 3.
Still got them in there. Okay.
Number 3, the Detroit Lions, the best team in the NFC. Number 2, y'all saw them last night. That two-headed monster is going to be a problem for the Chiefs when I know they lost the first game, but they lost by a toe. The Ravens climbing on up the charts, baby, number 2. And y'all, I ain't even got to say who number 1. I told y'all who was going to win the Super Bowl this year. And it's gonna be the Chiefs again, because that defense.
Buy your Chiefs jersey already then. Buy your damn Chiefs jersey already then.
I'm pulling for the Ravens though. I'm pulling for the Ravens. I'm gonna buy me a Ravens jersey. Chris Brodnax, you hear that? Move over, baby. I'm coming. I'm jumping.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude say he gonna
buy. Go ahead, Jerry.
Gonna be the only Negro walking around with a Bateman jersey on around here.
Mark Andrews. Get me a Mark Andrews jersey.
Joe Flacco on discount jersey. Why? So number 1, I got the Chiefs. Ravens at 2. Last week I had the Vikings at 2. That was stupid. I got the Lions at 3.
I think we told you that.
I got the Vikings at 4. I still got the Vikings in the top 5. And I'm going with the Steelers as my fifth team, dropping the Texans and D'Amico Ryans out of the top five.
You ain't got the 49ers in there this year, this week?
Anchor down.
One, man, of course, you got to give, like I said, you got to give it to the Chiefs until somebody do something with them. I'm coming on board with goddamn Lamar and the Ravens too. I got to go with them at 2. King Henry has just changed that goddamn team. You know what I'm saying?
King Henry.
They're a totally different team. You can't say nothing about it.
Did you see that boy hit that 81 yards?
Yeah, exactly. Because he hadn't been doing nothing for real. Then all of a sudden,
they weren't giving him the ball.
That's what I'm saying. But all of a sudden, he just broke it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put them second. You know what I'm saying? Detroit, I already told you what I think about that O-line. Now, I still fear the Hutchinson factor for them. Eventually, I think that's going to be a problem if they don't make some kind of move before the deadline to shore up their pass rush. That's going to be a problem.
They not getting Max Crosby stop.
Oh, hell no. I ain't even thinking nobody like that. They're going to have to go to the bargain bin. Like him and damn Myles Garrett, all these fantasies people having, these not going nowhere. Man.
The bargain
bin. Don't give up transformational pass rushers like that. You know what I'm saying? No, and then nobody going to give up 3 or 4 first rounders to make the deal happen. Those dudes not going nowhere, man. So everybody with that pipe dream, you can get that up. You know what I'm saying? They not.
If Crosby is traded, Pierce is done in Las Vegas.
Oh,
done.
Man,
I would quit if I was Pierce.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I retire, man.
I'm gonna go Green Bay because the defense. Now I'm still a little skeptical about Jordan Love. I really am. Something's going on. We'll see, but I like the defense. Their defense seemed to be coming around and playing pretty good ball, and I like the coach. He's just a consistent factor on that team. I like their coach a lot. And 5, I'm still going with the Houston Texans. Coming off the L, I think, like I said, Nico will be back, so I'm not worried about that pick. That, like I said, they're going to be fine. They showed me a lot in that loss. Even they quarterback played as bad as he could play, and one of the better teams in the NFC could still barely beat them. So for me, it's encouraging. I still like them. Texans still coming out the AFC.
So who picked out the fighting Sam Darnold, man? That's pathetic, Dante.
They out of here, dog.
It's not coaching. That's not very demure.
They're out of here, dog.
You dropped
Only the 0 at the end of their record had them in my damn 5 anyway. That's all. That's all.
Fighting Sam Darnold's gonna make you a believer.
0 gone, so are the Vikings on my damn list. Out of there. Let's get to something I know we all excited about. WNBA Finals first. I keep forgetting about these ladies. I'm sorry, Jerry. I keep forgetting about you.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
That bullshit ass call that gave the New York Liberty.
Bullshit.
Yep. Bullshit. I know you was defending it the other day, Jerry, but that was a bullshit call, and you know it.
Well,
right up and down.
Well, the reason I just can't go to that call is because they had so many chances to win the damn game.
Yeah, but still, all lost them. It was directly lost them the game.
Well, they could have called travel right before that, and we wouldn't have got there because she walks her ass off.
Yep.
It was. I will say this: it was a shame to see the refs
decide the damn game.
Give New York so many calls. They had it was the foul calls were 25-8 in the game.
Yep.
In favor of the Liberty. So it was a shame to see that. And I gotta wonder, how do you get those calls when their superstars were terrible? They had basically 3 games or 2 games where Minnesota just completely locked them up, or they were just off. And for them to still win and still keep the game competitive, that was impressive because the other players stepped up. Jonquel Jones is a former franchise player, and for her to be she's no longer, we can no longer consider her the third wheel on this team behind both Stewie and Sabrina. She's probably the best player on their team. You know, Stewie is older And we just had Sabrina. Sabrina kind of choked this series away. Other than that game
Yeah, I
winning
mean, you
shot,
hold her for 1 for 19, man.
yeah,
And the
she was
refs
there.
kept them in that game, bro.
Man, she was terrible. But you had terrific play. I know I'm gonna mess up my girl's name. Number 8. Her sister plays for the Wings, so I ain't even to Sabali. Maybe that's how you pronounce it.
Uh,
She came in and played huge in that game. So much so that they didn't even put the backup point guard in the game. They didn't put Vandersloot in the game. They let Stewie run the point at one point. So you got to tip your hats off to the Liberty for getting it done in spite of or despite whatever the word is, regardless of the way that their 2 stars played. My Minnesota Lynx, well, not quite my aces, but they played a good game. They had a chance to win it. It's a shame that Collier didn't get that foul that she had on her last shot because if she goes to the free throw line, it's a 4-point game, and that's probably a wrap because Stewie had already choked away some free throws. So, but if Ifs was fifth, I like the way they played. The coach made some bad moves down the stretch though. She had Courtney Williams on the bench with the backup point guard in. The backup point guard made a mistake, turned the ball over. So it was tit for tat. The game was closed pretty much the whole game, and Liberty came out. I just can't give it away. A lot of people saying that they were just cheated so New York can get one. I can't go that far because Minnesota had a shot. And shout out um, to our girl Jalen, who's a Birmingham product, who's a Ramsey Ram from my high school product. By way, and then to Colorado, and then to the pros. She's a champion. They're gonna have a retirement ceremony for her jersey at our gym at the end of the month. So kudos to Jalen.
any thoughts on it,
Shout
Greg?
out, shout out. Well, yeah, I just thought that the Liberty got the benefit, like Jerry said, some questionable phone calls, some questionable calls, especially that Brianna Stewart foul. It was akin to when LeBron got fouled by Jason Tatum and he hopped
Oh my
around
God.
like a rabbit. And Patrick Beverly had to show the refs that they missed the damn foul. This one wasn't a missed foul; it was a ghost foul, a phantom call. But you know, the winners win. Uh, there was plenty of opportunity for the Lynx to win the game. They didn't have many players to score over. I think only Nafisa and I forget the other player's name had over double figures. Everybody else was like 6 points
Courtney
apiece.
Williams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can't just blame the refs when you have an opportunity to put the ball in the cup. You want to be able to do that and take the refs out the equation. So, but congratulations to the Liberty.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I
Great
mean,
season this year for the
yeah, I
WNBA.
was just about to say that. That's my biggest takeaway at this point. Just the season overall for the women's game. Big season for them.
Picked up some momentum. They did.
Yeah,
They picked up some momentum.
something for them to build on going forward. I just saw the other day, I'm always looking at the business part of they opted out of the CBA. So perfect time. Like I say, timing is everything in life. That's perfect timing for them to try to get some more money now. You know what I'm saying? So they get to collectively bargain a new deal at this point. So perfect timing for them. The women's game is definitely on the rise. Of course, college right around the corner. So looking forward to Juju and your girl
Roll
at
Tide.
the girl at Connecticut. I forget her name. What's her name, Jerry?
From Connecticut. Oh, you
Uh,
talking about
Katie, is it Katie something? Beckers
uh
or something?
Beckers, yeah. The
Yes.
Beckers.
So
Paige
yes,
Buckets.
Paige Beckers. Yeah, Paige. Yeah. So
Paige.
looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? With the women's game, definitely on the move. But the men's game, the one we all watch and love. Opening
Tonight.
nights tonight. Celtics,
Oh,
Knicks, Timberwolves, Lakers. So what we think? I'm gonna get the floor to you, Greg. What's your thoughts, bro? We'll start with those games, but we're really gonna dive into the changes made by some of the contenders: the Knicks, Timberwolves, Sixers, Dallas Mavericks. So the Knicks, of course, added Bridges, made the trade for
yeah.
Cat.
So I think the Knicks made the most significant move toward winning the title. I think they got some great pieces. It's going to take some time to gel to get I think Mikael is a plug and play type player, but
Yeah,
being
yeah,
able to get Cat involved, because I think they're going to need him to be a true dominant two behind Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Playing off of those two would be everything for them to win the title. You know what I'm saying? It can't be Jalen Brunson and the Knickerbockers. It's got to
yeah. I'm
be
about to say, it seems
Cat.
like to me anything he give you is gonna be more than they was getting last year. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, Julius Randle did he
But he
wasn't
wasn't there,
effective to
right?
he
He wasn't
but
there,
right, but he got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
right?
So
That's what
of
I'm
course,
saying.
adding him back, even if they added him back on top of what they did after he got hurt, would have been a plus. So, but them getting a legit four who can shoot from distance, you know what I'm saying, opening up that space. Um, the other key for them is being able to get Mitchell Robinson back. You know what I'm saying, at the five spot. I don't think he
Right.
come back to January. Um, the second biggest trade was, of course, Paul George. However, that's gonna depend on health. Health as well, and if they don't, if they can't remain healthy throughout the season, I'm not gonna say throughout the season, but especially when the calendar turns and after All Star break, getting them jailed, getting them healthy, getting them ready for a playoff push is gonna be key to them making a being a title contender. The next one I think would have been the who we had. We had the
Mavericks,
Mavericks, what was the other team?
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. Okay, yeah, the Timberwolves was the second piece in there. I I don't know if the Timberwolves got better. Um, I like DiVincenzo, but I want to see if this is a continuation rather than a having a hot year. He's a good player. He was very dominant from shooting from range and playing defense. So if he continues, that's going to be a nice pickup for him. I want to see how Julius Randle um, fits in this piece,
Right.
because he's not a
And
strong
Edwards.
shooter.
Right.
Rudy Gobert is gonna he's gonna clog up the lane somewhat for him to do his bull in the China shot, his bum rush, Jared likes to call. Um,
There's only one
but
player to use the bum
I,
rush.
I don't I don't know if he makes them better. I want to withhold judgment until I see what I see on the floor. Um, then lastly, the Mavs. I think that the reason why they went out and got Clay is because of the shooting woes in the championship game. They did lose a key defensive player on the wings, which made them really a title contender, was because they defense improved tremendously. They had the league's stingiest defense in that last half of the season. And Clay Thompson, if he's the old Clay and not an old Clay, could be a key pickup.
Jared, your take, bro.
Man, it's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard to unseat these Celtics. You know what I'm saying? It's
It's
gonna be
not.
hard to do that.
It's
I'm happy that we finally made it to ring night. You know, best team in the league. That is. We're gonna start off that way. We're gonna finish that way. But to go to these teams that made all these moves trying to beat my Celtics, um, we can start with New York. New York probably made not probably New York made the most moves of any team. Um, they made some positive moves to help their team and whatever they want to do. Um, Adding Ananobi last year was their saving grace because their defense picked up toward the top 10 or 15 in the league, I believe, once he joined the team. That was something they greatly needed because Brunson doesn't play any defense. Um, they're going to start Cat at the five. That helps them because Cat is a shooter. He likes to stay out on the perimeter. That helps open up more space for Brunson, who's a mid-range killer. Out there on the court, you got slasher. You got a slasher in um, I'm sorry, Bridges. You got a slasher in him, and then you got to do it all guy in Hart still maintaining his shooting guard role and playing small forward as well. So they look formidable on paper. They'll
They
be
better on
formidable during
defense.
the season.
Yeah.
They did, but having Bridges and Anobi really gives them perimeter and block play as far as defense. So that's going to help them tremendously, no doubt about it. But they're starting to end. They're starting the season already banged up with both of their centers hurt. So Cat got to play that role. Um, they didn't do much to solidify their bench. So, that's going to be a problem, especially when you have, the coach that runs all of his players into the ground in Tibbs. So that's going to continue. So I look forward to seeing them at have their team injured and banged up by the end of the season, and they won't be any good when they need it the most. Um, I like the move that Dallas made as far as trying to pick up Clay, even though Clay had his worst season of his career last year, and mentally he's struggling with all the his emotions being worn on his sleeves, the emotional departure from Golden State. Hopefully he can rebound from that because all they really need him to do is hit the open shot. That's all he has to do for that team. You have Kyrie Irving as well as Luka the Don eating up all that scoring space all over the court. He's going to be just as open as he was when he played for Golden State when KD was there. So if they can do that, they'll be right in the mix again, top 5, 6 team over there in the West, and that's good. But it still comes down to defense. Clay's defense is not going to come back. That's one reason why Golden State was really, didn't mind him leaving because, he couldn't be what they needed him defensively. So that's not going to magically happen with the Dallas Mavericks. So they'll be in the same place they were last year. So not worried about that. The other move, I would say, the Minnesota, that's lateral. The move they made, the trade they made, that's lateral to me when you're talking about Big Randall. That's just a lateral move. And I disagree with you, Greg, on White Dante. I think White Dante is a very good player. I'm not sure if they're going to start him or have him coming off the bench, but he was a very good player for New York. I would say that he helped them. Other than outside of Brunson, I would say that he helped them tremendously in the playoffs, win some games. I think he just one of the games he won by himself, damn near, by going off from Trey. So I like him with Minnesota, but it was a lateral move, and Minnesota probably finish just like they did last year. Be a top 3, be a top 5 team, and then I guess conference finals maybe is where they ended all. So those are the big moves that I like as far as going into the season. But none. I'm not gonna mention Philly. Y'all can talk about them all you want. I'm not mentioning them. You can expect Embiid to miss some games. You're already gonna be missing 15 games sitting out for load management by not playing back to back. He's definitely gonna get hurt. Um, Paul George already hurt, so no, Philly didn't do enough, in my opinion. They didn't do enough at all.
For me, I'll start with Minnesota. For me, it's all about Ant's development. Where is he now? You know what I'm saying? On whether they take a step back or not. Like, is he that dude that he looked like he was starting to be at the end of the year and into the Olympics? If he takes that a notch further, what is he? You know what I'm saying? What is he close to? You know what I'm saying? Is he getting close to that? And I don't want to no, I'm not saying this for anybody out there that he's Kobe or nothing like that. But is he going to that kind of level? Is what I'm asking myself. Can he get to that kind of level? You know what I'm saying?
You better.
This year. And I think he has to for them to really contend this year. I'm not a Julius Randle fan. Never have been. I don't like his game. I think it stops the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it's not for me. You know what I'm saying?
You're correct. That's for sure. But just before he got injured is right when the Knicks started picking up
Yep.
some wins, and he had started to give the team away to Brunson. He had
Brunson,
started
right.
he had started giving that away, and he started getting his and getting in where he fit in as far as what was best for the team, and then he got hurt. So
The Minnesota season will hinge on. that marriage between him and Ant. You know what I'm saying? Can they?
He's going to stay a double guy.
Yeah. Can they mesh? He's got to give them 20 and 10. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be that 18 and 10. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be that kind of player for them to be effective. You know what I'm saying? As far as Dallas, I'm about Clay the way you are, and Dallas the kind of the way you are about Philly. It's a non-factor to me. Yeah, he'll get some open shots. He still, even last year, I think shot 38% from three. He's gonna hit threes. He'll be able to hit threes when he's 60. You know what I'm saying? That's what he is. Does it do a lot for them? They still gonna go as Luka and that defense goes. Are they gonna stay a whole year committed to playing defense the way they were at the end of last year?
Hell no.
Right. That's the question for me. And like we won't know, like Lively is really important to them. You know what I'm saying? They have to play defense. PJ Washington, they've got to play defense in order to win, because the way that style of play that they have on offense, where it's Luka turn, Kyrie turn, that's gonna always be hit. That's gonna be hit and miss sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have to play defense for that to work. Philly, everything you say about them is valid as far as the injury standpoint. But it's that big two-letter word, if. If they are healthy. Embiid,
we got to
take. I know you don't like to say it, Jerry, and you out on Embiid, but when healthy, he's the best player in the NBA. I'm with you on that, Greg. When healthy, he is that deal. You know what I'm saying? And you can't deny that when he's healthy. Nobody that's telling the truth about basketball can watch that man play and not say when he's healthy, he's the best player in the league. I mean, maybe Joker, if you want to say Joker, but it's one of those two. Now, the Knicks, they're a problem for your boys because they're going to play defense too. So they're going to be a problem for your boys. Your boys will not repeat. I've been saying it. I've been saying it since they won. They are a one-term champion. That's it. It's over for them. And they lose tonight. I'm going to call it now. They lose on ring night tonight. Knicks win. I'm calling that game right now. So I'm already making that prediction. I ain't calling who my winner going to be yet for the season, but it will not be the Celtics. I am going to make that call right now. Will not be the Celtics.
You're wrong, but you know, it's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. We're definitely winning tonight.
No, you will not win on ring night. I'm calling.
We're definitely winning tonight.
I don't know why this dude continues to big up the Celtics like they are just this unbeatable squad, man.
Just the
You're
damn
not
juggernaut.
that.
Right. Just some kind of damn juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? They are not that at all. You know what I'm saying? At all. But
we're not sneaking up on nobody, man. Let me end this shit. We're not sneaking up on nobody, man. We are the target. We are the target. Okay? We finally broke through of going to conference final after conference final, and we finally made the finals. It took Golden State 7 games to get us up out of there. Okay? 7. Took them 7 games to get us up out of there. When we got back to the finals, we left no doubt. We left no doubt as to who the best team in the league was when we made the finals our second time. So 3rd time's a fucking charm. Not like I said, none of these teams are going to be able to beat us. It will take us. We would need 2 major injuries to stop us from winning another title this year. We had a historical team last year. Y'all not talking about that. We won 64 fucking games last season.
That ain't historical.
That is historical. 64.
That ain't historical.
Was it 72 or 73?
It ain't been
69.
There's only been 20 times in the NBA's history where there's a team won 64 fucking games. Okay.
Oh, it's been goddamn
20 times. It ain't like you said 2.
The NBA is 75 years old, gentlemen.
Yeah.
75.
Damn. Okay. What time y'all won? Shit. Took y'all long enough.
Time. Man, get out of here, man.
Oh, and while I'm thinking about shout out to my Yankees in the World Series against them Dodgers. Okay. But hey, we got to get up out of here. We are the old heads, man. Trash talking with the old heads. Thank y'all for joining us.
Historical. 64 wins is historical. Get the F out of here.
Enjoy your vacation. Where you headed to, bro? Where you headed to, G?
Oh, I'm going to Cozumel. I'm going to
shit.
Roatan, Honduras. I'm on the cruise, baby. We
On
going
the
all over.
cruise, baby. That's how old heads do it, baby. Get on the cruise and go see the world, baby.
Your wife going with you?
Oh, man, you think I'd be going on a cruise without my wife? What you did? You thought I was divorced or some shit?
I'm just
You trying to get me divorced?
Right,
Oh
he
man,
come back and all that shit on the lawn. All his shit be out on the lawn.
Don't
I was
have
just
a
saying,
damn thing.
you know how y'all be getting down, man. You know how I be getting down now. You know what I'm saying?
How we be getting down?
How we be getting
Jay?
down? Hey man, don't be putting that shit out in the atmosphere, dog.
Hey man, you know how y'all be getting down. Make sure you take your toothbrush. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you take your toothbrush. You know, make sure you take that and your mouthwash and all your other little, hygiene stuff. You know how
Greg,
y'all get down, man.
Greg, I don't need no question, bro. Make sure you edit that shit out, bro.
Damn, so you ain't even gotta say that. That shit cut.
Cut that shit out, bro. Like what the hell did what the hell
is he talking about?
That? What is he talking about? Hey, but make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, man, on YouTube. Trash Talking with the Old Heads, Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast. We are the Old Heads, man. We out of here, man.
Stay off them balconies, man. Stay off them balconies, man. Stay off them balconies.
I want to hear about you falling over, my boy.
You ain't got to worry about that shit from me.